What happens when a sci-fi writer gets trapped in a medieval fantasy world, and a fantasy writer is thrown into a cyberpunk dystopia? Simple.
We cannot
Chaos.
shut this down now. Do you understand? You have to proceed.
No, I said I'm out.
Ma'am, I told you this is perfectly
Get off
safe.
me.
No.
Let
You
go.
come with
No.
me. Listen, it's
What is
time.
this
You
place?
can't shut. No!
Oh snap! They're in the same bubble together.
What?
This is Split Fiction, a game where two players control each other's choices in completely opposite worlds. And today, my son and I are locked inside this crazy story together. So, son, heads or tails?
Well, which is which?
Well, if it lands on heads and you choose heads, then you're gonna get to pick who my character is.
Okay. I choose tails.
Oh, okay, so this is tails, everyone.
You pick Neo Hudson.
Oh, yeah, baby! I think I'm ready.
There we go.
Okay. Two riders, one simulation, and a machine that was definitely not made for this. We're not just playing this game, we're trapped in it. Alright.
Almost messed that up.
With every chapter, things get worse.
Okay.
Where am I? Oh, that's where I'm at. I'm glitching. The schism between life and cinema, baby. Oh, you can't even see my shirt. Life and cinema. Alright, simple mission. Figure out what's going on. Should be easy, right? Great stories follow the rules. Split Fiction throws them out the window. The game starts in a controlled world centered around Raider Publishing. After ending up in a futuristic machine, the main characters end up in a fantasy world that is warm and vibrant in color. In Chapter 1, we are introduced to genre glitch number 1. Oh, wow.
Where
Okay.
are we? I think this is my story. What the hell is going on?
Split Fiction changes its cinematic language in seconds, and the way it does it isn't just visual,
This is
it's felt.
definitely my story.
Most games commit to a single style. Sci-fi stays sci-fi, and fantasy stays a fantasy. But here the game forces contrast. Stand on that thing, that door will open maybe? The camera movements, lighting, and even the dialogue delivery change instantly. Everything that once was structured becomes unpredictable. Sci-fi scenes are smooth and controlled. Fantasy is looser, almost handheld in feel. The lighting shifts from neon blues, oh shit,
Oh my gosh!
to warm golds. Even the world design changes. Symmetry turns into uneven stone walls, flickering shadows replace glowing LEDs, and it's not just the world that glitches, the characters do too. NPCs suddenly change their tone. The dialogue switches between futuristic tech jargon and ancient riddles. It's unsettling, and that's the point. The simulation doesn't just look broken, it feels broken. Alright, here we go. Maybe I can at least fly. There's no tutorial on how to navigate this. The game just throws you in, forcing you to react. And the longer you stay in, the worse it gets. This isn't just a game mechanic. It's a storytelling tool. It builds tension by making you question everything. And if this is just chapter 1, then the real question is, how much worse can it get? See land.
Wait, are we back in your story again?
If the first glitch was a warning, the second was a full system meltdown. By this point, we thought we understood the game. Sure, it was unstable, sure. It rewrote its own genre mid-scene, but at least it followed some kind of logic. That was before genre glitch number 2. This time it wasn't just a setting change, but an identity crisis. 1 second we're in Cyberpunk City, running along neon rooftops, dodging drones. The movement is tight, fast, deliberate, like an action thriller. But then, the simulation stutters, and suddenly, the pace collapses. The buildings shift, skyscrapers stretch into castle towers, holograms dissolve into banners. The slick sci-fi movement, gone. Now we're in a high fantasy combat, weighty attacks, no more wall running or high-speed parkour, just slow, methodical swordplay, and the worst part, the game doesn't tell us why. This is what makes Split Fiction different. The genre doesn't just shift around you, it shifts against you. The game forces you into mismatched mechanics. It's jarring, it's unfair, and that's exactly why it works. In most games, genres blend seamlessly. Split Fiction doesn't blend, it clashes. It throws opposing mechanics together and makes you deal with the fallout. And by the time we got used to it, the world shifted again. The simulation wasn't just breaking, it was evolving, and we weren't ready for what came next.
Can you hear that? It must be coming from...
What is this glitch?
Sir, the machine was never designed for two people at the same time.
It seems like their combined presence overloaded the entire system, causing it to glitch.
This is not supposed to happen. Can't we stop them?
We don't know yet, but we need to find a solution before the machine takes damage.
Damn it. What's the status of the other participants?
All stable. The machine is fully operational and is successfully extracting all of their ideas.
Extracting their
Except these
ideas.
Extracting their ideas.
Okay, let's fix this. I don't want to hear problems. I want solutions. Go!
Neo.
Oh man. The story unfolds. Oh, okay. Cyber ninjas? I can work with this.
What kind of a revenge story is this?
It's very simple and straightforward. We are cyber ninjas hunting down the boss of the SRI crime syndicate.
In what world is any of that simple?
Let's just go through the story and find the glitch, okay?
If Chapter 1 was about losing control, then Chapter 2 was about false confidence. The game dangled power before us, then yanked it away. At first, it felt incredible. We spawned in a neon revenge, a cyberpunk metropolis stacked in glowing rooftops, drenched in rain, buzzing with holograms. The world was alive. Neon billboards flickering against the fog, drones patrolling the skyline, the hum of the city echoing through every valley, and in this chaos we weren't just survivors, we were assassins. The game armed us like pros. Katana, cyber whips, enhanced reflexes. The movement was sharp and precise. We could run up walls, disappear in the shadows, and strike before enemies knew we were there.
I've never been in a fight before.
What were you expecting? We're cyber ninjas.
Suspect
Cyber
moved
ninjas.
to the SRI. Lethal force is authorized.
Lethal force!
Let's take them out! What?
It was a power fantasy, but the odds we were against still made us feel vulnerable. This is what makes split fiction cinematic. It's not just the visuals, the neon lights, the dynamic combat, the rain-soaked cityscapes. It's the rhythm of control versus chaos. The tension builds with every movement, every fight, but just when you think you've mastered the style, the genre flips. The rules betray you, and it keeps you locked in. Chapter 2 started as a cyberpunk power trip. It ended in desperation. And we weren't just fighting our enemies, we were fighting the game itself.
Fascinating. Great.
And now we're stuck.
They weren't kidding when they said extracting all of their ideas.
So we're back in one of your stories again?
Yes and no. This is more like an unfinished idea I once explored.
So, what kind of idea is this?
Well, this might be better to show and not tell.
I'm already regretting this.
Yeah, me too.
Uh-oh. In most games, side missions are just that, side content, a distraction, a way to grind for XP or better gear. But in split fiction, the side missions aren't just filler. They're fragments of a broken world, untold stories that bleed into main narrative. And the way that they're told, it's pure cinema. The game doesn't just hand you a quest, it drops hints, half-finished conversations, glitching NPCs, echoes of events that shouldn't exist. And the deeper you go, the more you realize these aren't just side missions. They're warnings, pieces of a past the game is trying to erase, a history that was never meant to be played. And if the main story is already breaking apart, what happens when we dig too deep?